Hey y'all, it is June the 8th, 2024. And y'all, shout out to Mr. Sheppard here on YouTube. I shouted him out in a video the other day. And, I already know a few people came and saw it and they were very interested in this. Very, very interested in all these shenanigans. I got a comment from Brother Sheppard earlier today, and he said, keep exposing the truth. And I wish for him to do so as well, and I think he's doing a very good job of it. Keep exposing the truth. I'm going to try to real hard. In fact, I want to make this a short video about just that. First of all, I gotta say I've said some wild things on the internet. And I will continue to say wild things. I don't know if you call it the truth or whatnot. Yeah, I want to get to the bottom of the truth. In the meantime, I might say some things that some people will find wild, all right? They need to give me a second, all right, to explain myself. For example, no matter what you hear me say out my mouth, I love every human being on earth and every human being that has ever been on earth. I love them. You might have heard Ye say that before. I'm in total agreement. 1,000 million billion %, just like Joe Biden might say. I have hatred to nobody on earth, no matter what you hear coming out of my mouth. I know it's wild sometimes. But it said, go ahead and keep exposing the truth. Well, there's plenty to be said about the truth. I'm going to make it real short because I'm sitting in my car right now and I'm fixing to go inside. Let me make it real short. The truth. The truth. Okay, here's an idea. 20 plus million people are deleted and gone recently from the earth. Why? I don't know. Some sort of medicine they took because they were so afraid. So I don't know. Some sort of safe and effective medicine. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? 20 plus million people are gone. More than any war that's ever been on earth. Way more. And, it's the truth. And I don't have to, go to the news to find out. It's the truth. Many more than 20 million have been injured by something that was a medicine that was so very safe and effective. All right. That's the truth for you. Here's another truth. We're like a hair away from nuclear disaster. Why is that? Well, just to be short, just to be frank, there's people who's responsible for over 20 plus million deletions of human beings recently. There's people who are responsible for that, and those people would rather have a nuclear disaster rather than to face, justice for their actions. For no particular reason, shout out Dr. Fauci, my man. Shout out for no particular reason. It's unrelated. Shout out Dr. Fauci and all everybody who's like him. They're doing such a great job. All right, and we can go on and on and on. I don't really want to do that in this video. We'll continue until our last days, until they take the internet from us. And that's why, the more raw stuff's going to have to be on Rumble, because there's certain people who don't like what I'm saying right now, and they run YouTube. And if they were to find out I'm saying what I'm saying, they would shut me down so damn fast. All right? I'm not pointing my fingers at anybody, or am I? Just to be short, and just to be, frank, before we get up out of here, it's come to my attention, if we're going to be exposing the truth, it's come to my attention that there are certain people, a certain very small minority of people. How do I describe them? How do I describe them? I'm going to say, and see if I can get away with it, even just for a little while. With all this, people have been deleted from safe and effective medicines. With being on the brink of nuclear disaster. Might I say that are behind all of this. For example, the people who are being exposed by Big Homie and Brother Sheppard over there. Guess what? You dig and you keep digging and you keep digging for the truth. You're going to find... That's it. That's the end of the story. Why? Well, what's written in the Talmud? I wonder. See, I love all the... Let me just say that. May not a hair on their heads, any of them, be harmed. I love everybody, every last person, to include the Talmud PJs. The issue with the Talmud PJs is that they're so sick and they are so lost that without harming them, without wishing them harm, they need to be segregate, or I don't know what I should say. They need to be banished. I'm not sure what word. They need to be left to their own devices by themselves off in a corner somewhere. Because UJs are behind all this disaster. Do I mean all UJs? No, I don't. That's why I was being very specific. And I, like I said, I don't wish them any harm. Here's the thing. From what I've heard, and I've heard it so many times now, so many times. From what I heard, feel free to tell me you are. Am I going to do something to you? No, never. I wish you peace and all the best. If you're a Talmudic DJ, I won't never have anything to do with you ever again. I won't do business with you. I don't care what it is. I will never associate with you ever. All right. Thing is about these big celebrities and athletes and hip hop stars, they all bow down at the end of the day. I'm not confused by this anymore. All right. So with all this various serious things that I just brought up, and there's more to include Israel and Palestine and all that. Every last one of these issues and problems will be solved just as soon as we put in their own category and say, guess what? You're this, you're this and that. You claim this and that. Okay. You deal with your own people, and I ain't never, ever, ever gonna look at you again. And just as soon as enough people on earth make that their creed, I'm talking about UJs, I'm talking about Christians, I'm talking about Muslims, I'm talking about atheists and everybody else. As soon as critical mass of people realize and we distance ourselves from them, well, all our problems will thereby be solved. It's just as simple as that. And I don't know if this is going to happen, but in the meantime, unfortunately, it is the end of days, all right? And that's the truth. This is the end of days, and I say that with a whole heap of confidence. And that doesn't mean I'm tripping or that I'm about to just freak out all over the place and turn into some lone wolf, loose cannon. It's the very opposite of that. All right. Shout out to Jesus. Jesus is king forever and ever. And no matter how you feel about that, I love you. That's pretty much where I stand. And that is the truth. And this isn't the end of the days. But anyways, I'll holler at y'all a little bit later about more specific and nuanced things that I've already made videos about. And I had to upload them. But I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. And I appreciate y'all. And I love y'all. We are up under their thumb. They want us to be slaves forever. All right. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later.